All right, here we go. December 1st, we are finally back. Video Chicken Live. Here we go. Here she comes. It's time for Video Chicken. Don't hit the lights. What is wrong with you? To my left, co-host, chickenista, chicken expert, Kristen. Today is going to be an awesome show. Look at Goosebumps.
Coyotes are everywhere.
What's going on, Kristen?
Oh, I was just getting my chicken poop necklace on.
Can I get some? Someone's already pooped. Ingrid's like doing her job. Ask and you may receive. Ingrid is on it.
Don't blame it on me.
Oxygen is the solution to foul odors.
Oh, I just felt it on my back. It's warm and oh, God.
I knew I was going to have serious problems that, like, the coop remained that much better than the house forever.
The coop is beautiful, by the way. I'm not trying to plug your products by any means.
Please do.
Lipstick, give me a makeup kit. You know, I'll be nice and pretty for the crows.
Oh, so let's pull out another chicken. This is like a magic trick. Up to 1 o'clock already. Oh my God. We have a new Ingrid.
Memo. I missed the memo.
Know a lot of people who do raise rabbits alongside their chickens.
Why would you wait till the last minute to pull out your homework?
Have we met before?
Yep, that's a good one with the cords and everything.
This falls right off, and he regrows a new one the following spring.
Calm down, Matt. Calm down.
Why?
This is a really interesting show.
Oh, it's, see?
Yeah.
My fault. I love it. Cindy, you just earned yourself a shirt. I love that.
Yes, Matt, you are right.
I had no idea what to expect when we opened up that box. And this is why we love what we do.
That's my goal, is to really bring people together through chickens.
The power of chickens.
So.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Video Chicken Live. It is December 1st, 2023. I am so happy to be back.
I am too.
How you doing, Kristen?
I'm doing great.
How you doing, Ingrid?
Oh, I'm just peachy.
You know what? I'm excited. I
am too.
Forgot
I'm actually excited about this show.
how much I miss Video Chicken Live.
I see you all the time, but it's like you're a different person on the show.
Oh, I know. I can flip a switch and pretend to be North Carolina Matt like that.
I miss the VCL Matt. So it's nice to see you again.
I like VCL Matt too.
Okay, that's a new one, VCL Matt. That might have to be a t-shirt. We got a lot to talk about today. And of course, as I'm sure you guys know, if you don't know, we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects. And Ingrid has put together, I haven't seen it yet, an amazing slideshow using some footage from the bird netting job we did down in technically Magnolia Springs, Alabama. And we get to talk a lot about that. And I'm hoping to go into a lot of detail because I got some things here to show off. But again, I have not seen the slideshow, and it's really going to be a teaser. We got an enormous amount of footage. Well, there's a little gap in there, which maybe we'll get into. That'll be made into a nice long video, and ultimately want to make sure people know this is an option to have Carolina Coops come out and do it. But of course, as always, I'm trying to show people it's not this hard, but here's what you got to think about if you're going to do it yourself.
Yeah, you did it like mine is more of a beginner's guide to poultry aviary, and yours is like this is the pros.
You were pros for sure.
But mine still works, and it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go into all that. We'll get you guys all in here. And, of course, if you have any questions, this show is for you guys. Let us know what your questions are. If you have no questions or comments, please wave hi. Let us know where you're watching from. All the comments, all the conversation you guys do, and all the show sharing, please do that. Helps build the show. And I know when we take a little hiatus, when's the last time we've been on?
It's been like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I mean, even Ingrid, when she came in this morning, she's like, oh, my gosh. I mean, we got an entire new room painted.
Actually, yeah. The last time was with when we had all the tasting. We tasted the water glassed eggs and
that's right. You guys fed me 18-month-old.
We
ate the eggs, the water glassed eggs. They're 18 months
and
old.
We couldn't tell.
So we should report back. Did you get sick?
No.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah, no.
That's unbelievable. And if you guys didn't see the show, you definitely got to go back and check it out.
And that's when Cracker Muncher had her little babies, and they are full grown now. I mean, like,
it's been that long.
Yeah.
But
they're sleeping on the roost bar by themselves now.
Nice. So can you turn my headphones up just a touch, please?
Well, maybe not full grown, but feathered.
Just a touch. I feel just a little.
So that's
throwing me
how
off
we
just a
can
little
measure
bit.
time.
is by okay. That's
yeah,
perfect.
the chicks were
okay.
newborns, newly hatched last show, and now they're fully feathered. So that says something.
All right, but the point is that I was trying to make is that we ate eggs that were
Yes,
water glass,
that would-
18 months old.
Yeah.
And you guys made me a great idea.
Yeah.
Made me guess which ones were the old ones,
Yeah.
which one were the new ones. I can't remember if they were fresh eggs or store bought. They were
They were
comparing.
fresh. No, they were fresh from the chicken yard here.
Nah, I don't think they were. I think
Yes,
they were.
they were.
No, because I actually chose the 18-month-old eggs. Right?
Yeah, that
You
was,
did. It was like the goat milk thing. You didn't. You
Yeah.
couldn't tell them.
Yeah, that's right.
So again, all right. So guys, how we doing today? We're gonna go into a slideshow here in a minute, going over the bird netting job we did in Alabama.
Don't you have anything to get off your chest, Matt?
Well,
Well,
I got-
I want to say hi to Bruce. Bruce, I'm going to be in your neck of the woods the end
Oh,
of
yeah.
December.
wait,
Maybe I'll stop in and say hi to
I
Bruce.
didn't sign off on that.
Yes, you did.
What are you talking about?
I put in my time off request.
You're going out to California
Nice.
for what?
Vacation?
Oh my God, you people in your vacations. I don't get it.
I don't have. I never take vacation. So
I think you just had a day off.
I did for surgery.
Fish and Matt Ryan says, I'm wearing my Don't Peck on Me shirt today. Thank you very much.
I'm taking a tour of the world visiting chicken people. How about that?
Is that what
that is actually one of my goals in life.
is that what you're doing? Is that
No.
what you call it? Is Facebook here? I notice we're not getting comments. I see it's on Facebook. If someone that's watching on Facebook, please comment because I'm not seeing.
Yeah, we don't have that many people
Yeah.
on
Any
Facebook.
boomers on Facebook?
Yeah, most of our listeners are on YouTube.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everything's working. Because we typically have
Yeah.
little
no, we do.
glitches, especially when.
Well, I had to connect it, and I have to go through my personal account, but it said Carolina Coop, so it's not. Oh, Fishing Matt Ryan says you have to come see him too, and you might as well see Mike Trapp too if you're gonna go visit the whole, visit all the super fans.
Yeah.
Facebook says Carolina Coops is live.
Okay, cool.
And Facebook is just not what it used to be. It is a dying platform. Can I say that?
Yes.
Without getting in too much trouble.
No.
That
can't.
means they're about to change the world. They're going to probably come up with something. Oh my gosh. And check that out. Yeah, if you guys haven't, so we've done some videos. And all right, so we got a lot to talk about. I want to talk about the Alabama trip. Other things to get off my chest. Yes, Ingrid, we need you here for a weekly staff meeting in-house.
That's an internal memo. Okay, what
Yeah,
else?
we're not. That's not
No,
happening.
she's yelling.
It's
Right,
not
why
happening.
can't that happen?
It's just not happening. For me to do all the things I need to do, I need to be in my house.
Delegate.
So Joy says, I'm stapling my hardware mesh, and Matt's voice is always on my shoulder.
Yeah,
that
Matt's
nice?
voice is on my shoulder more than I want it to be.
Yeah, it's not good.
Wait, is this? I was just going to ask, is this a good thing or a bad
For
thing?
her, it's probably a good thing. For me and Kristen, it's probably not a good thing.
Let us know how that's going. Stapling your hardware cloth on, that is the way to do it, especially if you're using a pneumatic stapler. Hopefully you're using the stainless steel staples that we sell. It is definitely the way to go. All right.
Kathy Stark has a question. Go ahead, Matt.
We have a chicken who is laying soft-shelled eggs. We feed a layer feed, and oyster shell is available at all times. What can I do?
I typically only see these when they first start laying. And it resolves itself, but definitely oyster shell is a good option.
Yeah.
So how old is your chicken? Sounds like you have a question. Yep.
Well, also, there's two reasons, too. Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah, it's
And
just
another
a misfire.
time,
I
I had an older chicken, and not old, but older for my Rhode Island Red started getting, like at 3 years, started getting soft eggs, and she never really bounced back from that. So, it can be something that's just...
That brings up a valid point that we don't talk enough about. And that is, as we continue to get back to how our food should come to us, we need to remember food doesn't always look perfect.
Right.
Doesn't always come out perfect. And again, that reminds me that we think that, when we go to the store and we get very used to buying store-bought eggs, everyone's a perfect hard shell. Trust me, there was a lot of eggs that didn't make the cut.
Yeah, and also the inside of the shell. It's normal to have some imperfections inside the egg.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, so we might have to kind of really work on our perspective. And that's another one. You had a customer recently ask, what can I do to train my chicken to use every single rung, if you will, coming down the ladder, right? And I hate that people think they have to do that.
We provide the rungs, but they're they're not necessarily used.
Yeah, they're there for aesthetics. People,
The
chickens.
steps, yeah.
Again, what I tell people is, well, what did chickens do before coops were invented? They went up in the trees. Well, guess what? There wasn't a ladder for them to walk down from the tree branches. They would jump down.
I noticed that all my chickens are different too. So like the Brahma will just jump from the top and make a and she because she's so big and she goes pretty far. And I just noticed one of my older ones, the Easter egger, she actually jumped down every rung. So it's, and some of them go halfway down. And so they're all different. I think it depends on the chicken.
Yeah. Again, every chicken's different. Every situation. I think people get so hung up on this fantasy world that every chicken's going to be perfect and they're going to go down. And
that customer read something online that said you should prevent them from jumping down from high spaces, probably because of bumblefoot. But I said if they have wings and a soft landing, they'll be fine.
See, and again, I disagree. You know what? I tell you, we've been
disagree?
We've been
with me or what she read online?
I disagree with what she read online.
Oh.
Here is what's fascinating, and just so you guys know, I mean, so much has been going on. We really need to get into it. I don't know where to begin, but one of them is Mackenzie and I have been aggressively learning about horses, exploring the market for getting into that market with the industrial hemp bedding, which I'm finding out is amazing for horses. And talking to horse people, it's fascinating to learn how, again, us humans screw things up and we cause a negative effect on the physical part of an animal, in this case horses, for example, when they're jumping, all right? And in a lot of arenas apparently here in the West, in the United States, we have a very soft substrate for them to land in. It's actually not good for them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've also learned recently, we use a lot of pine shavings inside the horse stalls, and that actually causes a negative effect on the hoof of a horse. And because of how absorbent hemp is, it actually makes a harder hoof, which is what a horse is supposed to have. A horse is actually meant, as they're running, to kind of dig out soil, not dig out sand. So again, once again, we need to change.
That's more than I ever wanted to know about horses.
Oh, well, I'm just.
I have so much room in my brain, and I want to fill it all with chicken stuff. I don't have room for horse stuff.
It's kind of like people that don't walk their dogs too, or the dogs are always on grass. Dogs need to be like on the concrete that kind of files their nails down and stuff like that. It's the same type of thing.
You actually want to mix it up.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So I don't know.
Bruce says I need another week off in order to visit everybody. Thank you, Bruce.
No, so here's what you don't understand. Here's what she's going to do.
It might even be tax deductible.
That's exactly what I knew.
Kathy also says, I'm not sure which chicken is doing it. It could be the 3-year-old hen or a new pullet. It's happened at least 6 times. So for both of those reasons, the 3-year-old hen that happened to my hen when she got older. She just wasn't absorbing enough calcium. So her eggs were we kept her, but her eggs weren't viable.
Right. And
so that could happen.
I have some eggs that really have a soft, thin, not soft shell, but a thinner shell than others.
Totally.
And like, why won't this chicken just eat the oyster shell that's good for her?
Yeah. But I even gave that chicken calcium supplements, but it just didn't, her body just wasn't able to absorb calcium after a certain point. So sometimes it just happens.
So we have definitely been gone for a while. Look, we're only at 34 listeners. The 34 out there, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, but we got our core group. That's all that matters.
That is important, but this is what worries me.
And we're here.
Typically in 15 minutes, we've hit the 100 mark. So I hope everything's working well. Please, everything you guys can do, share the show. I don't know. What are they supposed to do out there, Ingrid?
That's when we take time off.
And we have 2 people asking about chickens sleeping in the nest boxes. Matt and somebody else did. And honestly, it's a little bit of work, but you can either do what I did where you close off the nest box and physically put them on there at night, or close the nest box right before they start going to bed and then going out there in the morning and opening it, of course. It means that you're just going to have to be a little diligent until they all learn that sleeping in the nest box isn't an option.
It's changing their habits, physically putting them on the roost at night.
Right. So we have solved that problem. There's a new product I haven't told you guys about that we've just invented.
Whoa.
We're going to put automatic doors in front of each nest box, and we're going to reverse it. So they too will close at night. All right. But they're going to have to close a little bit earlier so we don't lock a chicken in there that's already in there, and it keeps them from going inside the egg hutch.
Interesting.
You're gonna do an audit like the door no.
Just made that up.
Well, the door I
But that's
made,
not bad.
No, it's not. But it would close. It would cover the windows.
Nah, well, I'm sure there's a way.
But yeah, I mean that's what I did. Matt, I made that little. I just took some Luan and I.
Did you say Matt and I?
No, I said to Matt, Fish and Matt.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Fish and Matt Ryan has young pullets. Oh, he has another generation. Congratulations.
Yeah,
chicken dad.
Okay, so again, we got lots to get into.
I want to normalize baby showers for chickens.
I need to talk about this, and this Nan's already going. Why I told you no, and we're not to talk about this. I think this is amazing. Nan went and got gift cards. Okay,
they're so pretty.
They are. Look at this.
Look, we made it into the big leagues.
Yeah, right. We have gift cards that can be purchased. So if you have a friend that's like, man, I would love to give them a gift. I'm not sure what to do. Here you can buy a gift card. I have no idea where you buy it. Do you buy it on the website? You got to call Carolina Coops.
Nah.
Exactly.
Stop.
It is on the website.
So you can always call.
Isn't it?
You can always call.
I thought I saw it on there.
Here's what's going on. All right, let me get to it.
I'll explain.
Thank you.
I'll stay out of this one.
So we were told that a customer can buy this on the website, gift it to someone, and that person come to our website, purchase using the card right on the website. And apparently that's not true.
That is not true.
That stinks.
But,
muskrat. I'm getting muskrat.
But I am going to make it work.
You will absolutely make it work.
So currently we have virtual gift cards on the website that you can buy. And
virtual gift cards.
Well, you get like an email, like you buy the gift card, blah, 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 and you get an email. And then right now, the way it is, and I'm going to change this, but you would just like say I bought a $50 gift card and I want to gift it to Kristen. I would buy it on the website. I get like an email, not that card. Stop showing. Okay. And then I would forward that email to Kristen and she can use it on our website.
That's fascinating.
Now the way this is right now, if you physically got this card, like if you came in here and got that card, we would load it up with a certain amount, and then the only way you could redeem it would be you'd have to call on the phone.
You have to call right now. Call on the phone or come to the store and swipe it or insert it. Something. I don't know. This is pretty slick. What a beautiful card.
But I am going to make that. I'm going to put them all together. I'm determined.
Good.
That's what I was writing that email before the show, and you're like, it's 2 minutes. I'm like, I have to write this, but so that you could either get a physical card that you could use and redeem on the website or in our shop, or you can get a virtual card. Either way.
Fish and Matt Ryan says, "How do I tell someone to buy me a gift card?"
Well, that's your problem.
Well, he says make an Instagram ad so he can.
Oh,
yeah. We need to do some more social media. If you guys notice, our social media hasn't been, uploaded every day like it used to be.
Huh. I wonder why.
What happened?
Oh boy, it's kind of quiet in here too.
Did you?
James had a family emergency and turned in his T-shirts.
Yeah, we lost someone. Alabama
what
took
happened
them.
to his T-shirts?
He left them on the bed.
Oh, are they up for grabs?
No, someone snagged them right away. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, Ethan's like, oh no. I'm like, fine, take them.
Wait, would they fit him?
No, he's gonna give them to someone, I'm sure.
I like T-shirts that are broken in.
All right, so let's get into talking about this bird netting job, and I'm sure a lot more conversation is gonna come. And I have a lot.
Hi, Ethan. Hi, Kenzie.
Oh, chirp. Never mind. Oops. Sorry, I didn't know Ethan's supposed to be working right now. I'm not sure why he's listening. And Facebook is working, so thank you, Ethan. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into the slideshow because I want to give you guys a teaser of an amazing video that's coming out. I just hate that we do have to do video chicken every week, or we definitely lose our rating here with
Yep.
Okay.
We got more people coming.
So now, guys, I have not seen this. Let's see. Well, thank you, Ingrid, for doing this.
She does her homework.
Ingrid's the one that always saves my butt and makes me look good. She's the one behind the scenes.
Me too. I love her.
Welcome to the Project Aviary.
Do you get it? Does anyone get Project Aviary?
No.
Please tell me.
No.
It's like Project Runway. That's what I.
What's Project Runway?
It's a show about. It's a show about where designers make clothes. Forget it.
Had no idea. Roosters, guardian geese, and dogs can't always protect your flock.
We also call this the hawk block.
You call it the hawk block. It's kind of hard to get that off the tongue. I'm not in love with it yet. Yeah, I loved it at first. I'm not. I don't know.
We can have that as a AKA.
So we went down to Magnolia Springs, Alabama, and solved a problem. And we had a customer that has a custom coop and a custom goose house. and she installed her own aerial predator netting, bird netting, and it worked. I'll give her that. It worked.
Yeah, but she had the hawk come first, and then she did that. So she had a hawk attack her chickens.
Oh yeah, okay. So
she did a DIY.
Well,
and then you guys came in and did the pro.
So yes, I mean some quick history. She lost a chicken to a hawk. She got guardian geese. The guardian geese didn't quite do it. I'm sure they helped. Still wasn't almost a guaranteed. So that's where she installed her own netting. And every time we went there, we're like, oh, we need to do this for you. 'Cause she's just got a beautiful. Yeah. It's like right out of a magazine, a property. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
I have some before here.
Did she lose a chicken after she got the guardian geese?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. So this is what it looked like
before and after.
This is what it looked like before.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Are these the same pictures?
They're just different angles.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So here you have the chicken yard. You get the beautiful chicken coop. The guardian goose is off to the left. Not sure if it was there at this point.
Yeah, not in this one.
And okay. Yeah. So
there's another the goose house.
Let me tell you what. When I got to go see that guardian goose, and I believe that video came out recently. Shelly was just so gracious to go on camera again with us and give us her opinion of the goose house. And I tell you, Evan, he's incredible.
Yeah, that is a work of art right there.
Absolutely a work of art. It's beautiful and it's perfectly functional. It is just a thing of beauty.
And it looks just like it matches everything.
Yep.
So everything in here, just for people that didn't know, this coop and the goose house matched the main house and all this kind of stuff. And she's got this beautiful yard with like a 4-foot split rail fence there.
I'm having a little bit of garden envy right now.
Oh my God! Yeah, forget it.
The whole entire prize is just absolutely gorgeous.
I need to kick up my gardening.
So then, I don't know if you can see.
Okay, so we don't have pictures of the before.
Well, there is a couple of them.
Because now we're into it.
So.
Okay, so hold on real quick. Here's what happened. So she put in the bird netting, and it worked. But I could see the things I know where people struggle. In order to do the bird netting, you got to really think about a lot of things. You got to think about how am I going to get in and out. You got to think about how am I going to pull it tight. How am I going to attach it? And these are all the things that we delivered. And we're lucky because this is exactly what I used to do as an exterminator. It was one of my favorite things to do. It is a bird netting job or bird exclusion work, we called it, to keep pigeons and sparrows out of certain areas.
Pigeons.
It was the same exact application except for, and here's where, now that it's all done and it's freaking beautiful, I was stressed. I was so stressed because the added element was that I'm not used to is we had to make a rigid something to connect the cable to. Where normally when you do a bird exclusion work, you have the entire building all the way wherever you can attach this cable and you can get the net nice and tight. We didn't have that here. We had it in some spots, but for the main chicken yard, we had to put in here, these poles.
Yeah, you have to have your verticals.
Mm-hmm. And they're
to do your horizontal.
You talk about, I was stressing because I knew some of these poles were concreted in. And they should be, especially the corners or the gates or whatnot. So I didn't know if we were going to have to get a jackhammer. Hold on. Slow down.
Well, I just wanted, this is a good picture where you could see.
Yeah. So it was one of the jobs that, thank God, everything went in our favor, even though I forgot. Evan did hit a water line.
Really? I didn't hear about that.
It's never good when you're walking around, you're hearing someone shoveling, and then all of a sudden they hit the shovel and they stop and they go, uh-oh. I come running around the goose house. There's just water pouring out of the ground.
No.
So we had to run. Thank God. It was so smart how they did her well. I was able to kill the water that fed that part, not the house. So we got that fixed. And, of course, we hit electric on another pole. So, yeah, once you get digging.
You're supposed to call before you dig.
They don't tell you about they'll only tell you about what they ran.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, and we were not using power equipment.
Yeah.
Evan and Ethan came in to supervise me digging all the holes. I had to dig all the holes myself. I'm just kidding. No, these guys worked their butts off. Thank God it wasn't 100 degrees. They post hole dug on average 3 to 4 foot down on each post. And again, a lot of this will come out in the video that I wanted to use the existing fencing post to help support this post. Okay. Check that out.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah, we went heavy duty and we needed to. Ooh. Oh, geez, here we go. This is a fence post that's meant for gates, but we drove these in every spot.
That is really
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
That is solid.
Yeah, and we needed that because I didn't want it to flex because I knew we were going to put enormous tension on it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What they called these Schedule 40, right?
It's thick. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's over an 1/8 inch
Size.
thick. Everything was painted black, which again I can't emphasize. Here's a mistake people make all the time when they try to do these large netting jobs. In this case, she used, and it makes sense why she picked it. And it's because what she was told is that it was like fishing line, and that it was going to reflect UV and repel the hawks.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was it became very opaque. And once it became opaque and almost white, you could see it. Black, you just don't see it. It just blends in and disappears. So we put in, I think it was like 20 of these.
How high were they? How high were these posts?
So they were 3 to 4 feet into the ground, and on average, we were 12 feet from grade.
Okay.
So we ended up having to, go around. We had to put in all the poles, concrete them all. And, you got to get it down in there. You get the concrete up inside the pole, not just on the outside. And then we had to shoot it with the laser because we knew up closer to the house was what we would call 0, or that's our starting point. And I wanted the net canopy level all the way around.
Wow, so that's hard.
Yeah, so we ended up 13 foot. Where Evan's standing right now is 13 foot. So it varied, but again, on average. So we set all these.
I just curious. How long were those poles?
22 feet.
I was going to say, so you cut them down so they were to the right size. They were all equal then.
Yeah, I did. So I got up on the ladder. I'm not sure if there's a picture of me. I end up having to cut all these down. Once we had it marked, we could cut them all down. And then you got to hang on to.
How'd you cut those?
I'm kidding. I wish Ethan was here. He almost would be fun to bring in.
He is virtually.
No, so Ethan is strong as a bull. Like what he pulled off is incredible. And again, you're going to see this all in the videos. Picture, we're cutting off on average like 5 to 6 feet. Okay,
Yeah.
You're up on a ladder and you got a sawzall, and you're trying to hang on to this thing. And I'm like, let me show you. So at the end of like day 1 of cutting the poles, I tried to chop it like a tree. I got lucky.
Yeah.
It's all on camera. The whole thing came crashing down. Thank God it didn't hit my ladder. I was falling. They all freaked out. I was like, what? I knew what I was doing. I mean, I kept it hoping that was going to happen because you're up there to hang on to this. It's like trying to do the axe or the sledgehammer trick where you don't try to touch your nose.
Heavy.
Yeah, so you got to have heavy duty vertical poles. So those went in. And then you got to put in your top rails. Mm-hmm. And again, the whole point is we had to have something to attach the cable so we can attach the net. So the top rail. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I didn't get. So that goes. So that goes
Someone needs to get in here and
horizontally.
clean the studio up.
So that goes horizontal.
Hold on, I can't hear you.
She
I'm
said
10
that.
feet from you. What are you
She's
talking
right
about?
in front of you.
I couldn't hear her.
Nice try, Matt.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear her because. Thank you. Go ahead.
So the
hilarious.
top rails were horizontal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we ended up doing, if you ever put in chain link fence, which is what this is, a chain link fence system, just we're changing a couple things so it works for bird netting. We had to have a top rail, but when you do a top rail on a chain link fence, you run these that can be anywhere from 20 to 40 foot long, and you can connect them with a male and female and just keep on running it. We couldn't do that. We needed to go in between each vertical post, so we did. We flipped the terminal end caps and whatnot. So that part was real simple. So we had to put all these in. All right.
What was the span then across?
It was an average of probably 10 foot. Some were 8.
Oh, between posts.
In between posts.
So you had posts in the yard then, you're saying?
No, we put in the posts.
In the yard?
The perimeter.
I know you have the perimeter posts.
Look at.
Oh, I'm talking about across. What did you do? You
did have some in the middle, right?
We're not there yet, folks.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't have all the pictures, so I didn't know how it went, so I couldn't. I was just.
This is going to
We're
be fun.
asking the questions that our listeners. would be
Yes,
asking.
thank you, Kristen.
And I'm going to answer those questions if you guys give me time to get there.
All right.
This is what I go through every day.
Yeah, but I know what pictures I have, so I didn't. Know
Okay,
how you
so
did
we
it.
had to run the top rail in
yes,
between
do
every
tell.
single vertical pole.
Which is
Okay.
about 10 feet apart.
Roughly 10 feet apart. And here's a great example. You can see it right there.
Gotcha.
Now, here's after that. That's funny. I kept telling them, I was like, oh, man, next step, the fun really begins. And they're like, when's that? So after that, you have to drill every 12 to 16 inches a hole all the way around. Going through metal. It was a 1/4 inch bit, drilling all the way around the entire top rail. okay? And then you got to go down your verticals in the corners and a couple other spots. And that's to put in all the eye bolts.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do that while it was that high in the air?
Yes.
Wow.
No, we didn't.
You pre-drilled those?
So it was brilliant. Remember, too, Ethan and Evan never did this. So a lot of this reason why I brought them out was to teach them. And the whole time, it was so much fun. Brought back a lot of memories on my end. And the whole time, they're like, what? And then they did come up with some great ideas. Originally, I was going to have them drill the top rail well up in the ladder. And they're like, no. So they mounted them down at about, chest height, pre-drilled them all, and then brought them up and then tightened them in. Genius. All right. So you got...
What is this end cap thing here?
So that is one of the terminations. I was just going to show people
Yeah.
that this is a very common piece for doing chain link fence. But in order to go in between each pole...
Here, I'm
It's
just
got a
gonna...
little loop on the end here.
I'm gonna... Yeah.
Right. So in order to go in between each pole, the trick is, notice how that hole is offset. So you want to keep your top rail level all the way around. I don't know if I brought it out. I couldn't find another one. You got...
Wow, Matt actually prepared for the show.
I am always
Were you gonna do
prepared.
that before
You
I
guys were
reminded you?
late. No, I did this for the amount of
Okay.
stuff I get done in the morning. And you guys want to show up. So, anyways, the trick is you got to flip the other one the other way because you're gonna have these on top of each other, like this. Okay, on the pole.
Oh, gotcha.
So this one drops, and then this one goes up. Make sense? So.
Okay.
That's
So you have one on each side and
of
they're
the pole. The pole
of
being
the
the vertical pole.
and then they're opposite.
Yes, so that you keep the
so
top
you-
rail perfectly level going all the way around.
Nice.
What are those called?
It's the devil's in the details.
Yes, that's the point I'm trying to get across. That this
These
is.
are really, really nice quality things.
Oh, we didn't mess around.
Yeah.
Because
These are super nice.
I knew how much tension we were going to put on this thing.
Yeah.
And
What are those called?
this is not just going to Lowe's and buying the cheap stuff that come in from China or Vietnam. This might have been actually all American made because we ordered it from a local fencing company. And these are just straps. These are just pipe straps. I'm sure there's a special fencing name. I don't know.
What are those other things?
These? This was just a terminal end cap or a rail cap, I believe we called it. We had to make up a lot of our own terms. But anyways.
That's very helpful.
Yes. So,
Proprietary bird netting terms.
Exactly.
End cap things.
Oh, God, there's so much. Oh, I forgot to mention, too. Right here, when you're putting in the... Where's our 2.5 inch? Right here. After we cut all these...
I am just still in awe of this thing. I mean,
Dude, it was
that's
brutal.
like 5 pounds.
Dude, those things were
Just that
freaking
section.
heavy. You put the... Well, we had to take a mallet to it if you didn't get it just right. And then, well, we can just do it like this. So, again, we just went underneath like this in between each pole with a top rail. Super easy. Nice, clean look. Okay.
So it's like putting up a fence, except for like 20 feet in the air. Or 12 feet in the air.
And then here, you imagine...
Actually, yeah, it is, right? So essentially it was a chain link.
No.
It's kind of like the
Close, but no.
skeleton of it.
Yeah.
But not.
Because you wouldn't put... Why do you keep putting this down?
I don't know. Kristen, jeez.
I know.
You would only...
I'm so sorry.
You would only use your poles at your gates, at your corners.
True, yeah.
All right. This is like overkill if you were to use this as a chain link.
Okay, but
this
these...
normally would go on top. Here we went in between.
Oh, that looks better.
Yeah, if we went on top and we put the tension on the net, it would flip this right off.
Oh.
Oh.
So that's a very important modification. And this looks nice, this dome.
The cap, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, we'll get back to this then. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and then
looks
what I wanted to
fun.
show you guys. So then, what we had to do is every 12 to 16 inches. And the reason why that number
wait, let me
varied
go back.
is we wanted to kind of space it out evenly. Is you had to drill a hole for all these eye bolts. So I forgot how many hundreds we went through. So you got to put in all the eye bolts. And then, yeah, go ahead. We can go back to the slide. Hopefully,
And
hopefully
these-
this is
these
making
came
sense.
I
from-
can also tell you the poor man's version of what you did. What are you doing, Matt?
I'm just looking.
Just don't hand off the mouse.
Very
All right,
nice.
There you go. Jeez. I have to get rough with them.
Yeah.
So, hey, knock it off. All right, so here's your...
Yeah, we're not here yet. Okay, so listen.
All
so
right.
after all the eye bolts are in, then comes the fun. So I kept saying. Yeah, go ahead. Bring up the big screen so people can see this. Here is where you got to run your cable.
That one's thicker than the one I have.
Oh, this is you don't want to go any thinner
Is
than
this
this.
stainless steel cable?
We probably did go stainless for her. You don't have to go stainless. You can go zinc, which so it doesn't rust. This kind of does look like stainless now I think about it. Either way, so then you got to run this cable through all the eye bolts, okay? So that you are making this perimeter for the net to attach to. And you can typically go around a couple corners and then you have to terminate it. But that's the part that I think people screw up all the time. Is you got to have the right tools to make sure you do this right.
So that's why Sean and I used the circus tent thing. I mean, it's a smaller area, but we did the same thing where we had those eye bolts and then the cable and then to different areas on our 8-foot fence.
So you have to, start at the beginning, and it can be an eye bolt, and you got to put these ferrules. And I like the ferrules because it's a nice clean look. So you take 2 ferrules. These are probably aluminum because we don't want them to rust. These are aluminum. And you got to have the right crimpers. Okay, and these are ratcheting crimpers.
Ooh.
Satisfying. You want to try it?
Yeah.
I didn't have ratcheting ones, I don't think, but we did do that.
Here, let me show you how it's done. It is.
Apparently not like that.
Okay. All right.
That was for our podcast people,
Yes.
since they're going to miss everything else.
You got to have the right tools. All right, so we're going to run this cable. You start at the beginning. Now, in order to cut the cable, you need cable cutters. Well, here's a little inside story. Okay? Not sure if you can notice something. You don't use cable cutters for cutting nails. You don't use cable cutters for when you're doing your predator apron around a chicken coop.
Yeah.
That someone decided to take my...
I see a chunk out of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
Chunk out of
so
the
mad.
blade.
These are meant just for cutting cables, and they need to be nice and sharp. And...
Hence the name.
Yeah. So it got to the point that if you don't do it, if you don't have sharp ones, you're going to cause this, and then you are going to...
frayed.
These are like hypodermic needles,
Yeah,
and when
they're
you're trying to
it's
thread
sharp.
it through the ferrule, you're
That's
going to
not
be...
gonna work.
Exactly. So
Because
there's...
I've done sewing. Same applies for sewing. You need sharp scissors
So
to thread a needle.
we had to find these. Here, do me a favor. Carefully pull. Yeah, just pull it tight. And there is a sharp... No, go up. You just stay still.
There you go.
That was it. See? Look at that nice clean look.
Yeah, you can thread a needle with that.
Yep. So then you take your ferrule. Actually, ferrules. You want redundancy in the system. Okay. You thread it on.
What,
this,
two? Two
yep,
ferrules?
Yep. In this case, you go through the eye bolt and you come back through. You're just making a loop.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll tell you what. Since we've come this far, you don't need a long tail, but just something like that.
So what, you went through both of them?
Yes. Well, because
yeah.
what you're doing is you need to.
You're making a loop.
Yep. All right. So then you take your crimpers.
This looks fun.
It is fun. It is so much fun. Okay, and you want to make it look nice and neat.
There's nothing like having the right tool.
That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, Sean, we did this 8 foot in the air, so
Yeah, normally-
it's not as fun as you think it is.
And normally this is all in. You're not holding it by hand, but that's it. And then you are not pulling this apart. The cable will
really
break
nice.
before the ferrule. Would you like to try?
And you're leaving, yeah, I would actually. And you're leaving a
Little space. Yep,
Little
little tail.
space.
Yep, squeeze. See, look at that. And then get the other end.
maybe
Again,
half an inch between.
There you go.
Something like that.
Look how nice and clean that look is.
And look, even my weak arms could do that.
Now, you can use cable clamps. I don't like cable clamps because they come loose. They're bigger. They're clunky. It's a lot more work. You got to tighten down each nut. That is a beautiful look. Okay?
It is.
So you start here, okay, and then you run your cable. Now, I'm kind of a snob. I don't like taking 90-degree turns and then tightening it unless it's a real short run, but I like to use... You know what this is called?
No.
Oh,
Turn-
that's one of those tightener things that tighten the cable.
It's a tightener thing. No, it's a turnbuckle.
turnbuckle tightener thing. That's what I said.
This is one of the things I think a lot of people don't realize what they're for. So you open it up. One is going to be a shepherd's hook, which is really nice. You can get both eye bolts. I don't like that because I have to screw. If I screwed something up, I can quickly unhook it from a eye bolt or whatever. So what you do is you open it up and you go all the way. Well, not until they come out.
So this is for a corner?
This is to terminate the other end. Okay, so you started here.
Yeah.
You ran through all the eye bolts.
Yeah.
And then you get to, let's say it's 20 feet down the line, 40 foot, whatever. And then you're going to repeat the same steps with the ferrules. You're going to get this nice and tight. And then you're going to loop around here. And then you hook onto an eye bolt. And then what happens is, you try to get it as tight as you can, manually. But then you twist this. And this draws these two together, which gets the cable so incredibly tight. We shot for like a G, maybe a G sharp, G minor. I don't know. But that's where I knew the guys were starting to have fun. They're like, wow, they're ting, ting.
That is
so
awesome.
That is running the cable. And I hope the point I'm trying to make here is when you want to do a bird netting job and you want to look really good and be effective, putting up the bird netting job is actually the actual net. That's the easy part. There was like
step,
8
right?
days of prep work.
Yeah.
And
Are you serious?
Oh, it's an enormous amount of work. And to get the net up, getting the net up goes up very quickly. But if you don't do it right, you're going to be hating life. So once you have this cable,
Or it's not going to last as long.
well, that is true.
You're going to have sag and other
sag's
issues.
not good.
Yeah.
You want it tight. And we talked a lot about that. One of the reasons why we beefed this up is because of hurricanes where she lives.
Oh, yeah, she's near the coast.
But I would beef it up. You're up north. You got snow load. You just want to beef it
the
up.
snow should go through the net, right?
What happens is leaves fall on the net, and then the snow falls on the leaves,
Okay.
and next thing you know, you got problems. So you do all that, and then I thought you would really appreciate that. Look at these scissors.
There is nothing I love more than a good pair of scissors.
No, I need
in
to-
every room, in every drawer,
Need to
and
run
tied
with
to
those.
the wall.
So we even had a fight in the hardware
Titanium.
store. Yeah, I'm like, just get the good ones.
Yeah, I'm taking these home.
The hell you are. All right, let me see those.
Yeah, and I need one of those cables to attach it to the kitchen wall because they always disappear.
Oh, you can't really see the netting. So here's the net we chose to use, and picking out the right net is critical. Oh God,
There you
here-
go.
What in the world? God, you are so weird. So we went with a 1 1/8 by 1 1/8 inch square, heavy duty nylon, ultraviolet resistant netting, and it's black. Black because it absorbs the light, makes it just about see through. Okay. And it's heavy duty because when you install this, you want to put a lot of tension on it. Maybe it'd be easier if we put it here.
Because of the span and the tension that you were putting on, is that why you went with a smaller opening? Because it's not necessary to have that.
I was on the call with the company deciding on that.
Thank
so
you.
There is a small hawk that could potentially get
Oh, right.
through the...
We were talking about
What
that.
is the small hawk called?
Chicken hawk or Cooper's
No,
hawk?
it's
I don't
smaller
know.
than that.
No,
Yeah,
it
he
was-
called it something. Maybe our viewers
I
can
think
let
it
us
started
know.
with an F, I feel like. I remember that.
No,
But-
it was one that I'd never heard of before.
Yeah, he mentioned it. So, because we were going to go 2x2. Because I was
Yeah.
really worried about how big of an opening
Maybe
that
somebody
chicken
can
yard
Mine's
was.
1.5 by 1.5.
Yeah, maybe one of our viewers can look it up. But he said, no, go with a 1 1/8 by 1 1/8. And I was like, okay, we'll do it. I've never put in this size. I've always done 3/4 by 3/4 because of sparrows. And I was a little worried, but the time came for the net.
You probably could do the 2-inch if you don't have that hawk in your area, which...
I
But I
wouldn't.
remember looking at the map being surprised.
I
that
never will
I'd never
now.
heard of it, even given its span across the...
I never will now. This was perfect.
Okay, really?
The-
Sharp
yeah.
shinned hawk? I see. That's not.
What'd
the
you
one.
call me?
I know. Sharp shin.
So then the fun finally began, and I hope we got this on camera. This is kind of about
Kestrel?
the time that
Yes, that was...
American
think-
Kestrel.
I think that was it. Does that sound right?
I don't
It's also
know.
called a
I'm trying to tell a story
Sparrow
here.
hawk, yep.
I was going to let our viewers do that. Okay, what's it called?
A sparrow hawk or
Kestrel.
kestrel hawk.
Sparrow hawk.
Wait,
I think that's
what is their region? How common are they?
Please hold. Is the smallest and most common falcon. It's actually a falcon in North America. It has roughly.
said that.
It has roughly 2 to 1 range in size over subspecies in sex. Blah blah blah. I just hit like tiny hawk.
It's like the bantam of the hawk world.
It is. I don't.
A
I
bantam
don't think ever.
falcon.
Okay, anyways, we went with 1/8 by 1/8, okay? Netting. And then here's where Ethan and Evan, I hope to God this made it on the camera. We pull out this net that's 50 by 100, all right? And they're like, I don't see how this is going to work. And here's the part I had to keep saying. I love saying this. Just trust me.
Did you say, Kristen did the math, it'll work?
I did because I was starting to stress. They were starting to
I
get
got
to
that
me.
text from you.
They're like, this isn't going to work. I'm like, numbers don't lie. We did them. We had so much left over. It worked out so
Okay.
beautifully.
Because you'd have to lay it out like we laid it out on paper.
Well, we didn't. So when
Oh.
we got there to start it, you look for one thing, and that is the corner. And there's a little piece of blue nylon rope tied to the corner. That's the corner of your net. And what you have to trust is everything square. And this is the secret to when you install the bird netting, is you got to trust this line. You got to trust this line. You got to trust everything square because it gets a little funky. You got to start thinking 3D if you want to pull it off right. And then you want to come in, and I guess these are all pro tips. You actually want to come in a square. And when you hog ring, which I'm about to show you guys, this is the other big thing, is you hog ring both lines. In case one breaks, you have a backup. So you're going to hog ring. What do I do with the cable?
You're going to go in one square
So what you do,
and hog ring. You're actually hog ringing both sides of one square in.
that's right.
Yeah.
And you leave one square out because you don't want to go right to the edge. You want to have a little, just in case you got to ever fix it or
the
whatever.
inner and outer.
Yep. So you start right at the corner and you got to work the line. And they kept saying, Matt, I don't see how this is going to work. And I'm like, trust me. And it brought back so many memories. So you have to have a hog ringer. And I tortured them.
Ingrid, do you have a hog ringer?
I do not.
I made them do it in a way that I had to do it when I first started.
Oh, and then you had to have carpal tunnel surgery, right?
Okay, so this
Good
is why I
job.
end up with carpal
Good
tunnel.
Yeah,
Truth be
yeah.
told.
I'm sure
All
your
right.
employees appreciate
When you're
that.
doing millions of these and your boss at the time is so cheap that he won't get you what I'm going to get for the guys in the next job. I wanted them to learn and value the pneumatic hog
Did James
ringer.
have to do that?
No.
Oh.
James, at this point, Alabama took him at that point. He's no
He
longer
was
around.
lost to Alabama.
He disappeared. We don't know what.
At least he left his shirts.
I do.
Yeah.
And most of the footage.
I wanted to mention, just reading more about the kestrel. That this is appropriate for Shelley's, that size falcon is only going to get like a baby chick. It's not going to attack your. You know
Interesting.
What I mean?
Okay,
so
that's a good point.
It's not gonna attack like a full. The birds that it goes after are like sparrow size. So just
Excellent.
Just so you know.
Great point.
Yeah, that
so
is
if you
good to know.
you know, because I
Wait,
think
where
mine.
are they?
I think they're all over because they
Okay.
go even as far as the Arctic Circle, but they're
Wow.
but I don't.
What's the Arctic Circle?
Cold.
That's up north, right?
Yeah.
I just want to, because I've been doing a lot of flat Earth studies, so I'm getting a little confused
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
about the ice wall.
Okay, please.
Oh, it's fascinating.
Okay. But anyway, so I just want people to know
The
that if
Hollow
they
Earth?
were going to get like,
Can you imagine when someone came about one day and said, you know what, guys, I think the Earth is round. Can you imagine what that was like? That's what I'm just putting that out there. Anyways,
so I'm just saying if it's like
she's not biting.
the one that's like 1 inch by 1 inch should be fine as like the one. I think that's what I have from Stromberg's, the heavy duty. It's supposed to last like 10 years.
What is this one again?
This is 1 1/8.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
is 1 1/8 by 1 1/8. I want to
Yeah,
make sure I
that's
say that right.
pretty small.
So that's 1 by 1 roughly.
Yeah.
And what did you use?
I think it's 1.5
Okay.
or 2.
Yeah,
maybe.
I
It
love
wasn't-
this.
It was bigger than that.
I think this was the perfect size for what we were trying to accomplish. Again, I'm trying to show this to you guys. And again, this is all going to be in a video. Just thought it'd be fun to show you where we've been for the past 4 weeks. Well, actually, we weren't there for
And
4
you
weeks.
might get
but-
some insider information.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so here's the fun part. So I can't emphasize enough. I kept telling these guys, trust your line. Trust all the work you just did. Just run down that cable. So we took the entire net, and we kind of had to picture all those lemon trees, all those plants, trying to make sure we didn't hurt anything or whatever. We're trying to kind of funnel this big giant net around as it goes up. And you're hog ringing. So here's the hog rings. And here's what I love. We didn't have these back in my day for the hand hog ringer. They're black. Ours were all silver. So I got the black ones again because we want to hide as much hardware as possible. And you have this little nugget here. This is what makes the hog ring. So you go around and you're hog ringing just like this. Every inch.
It does look like a stapler.
Yeah, every inch. It's a lot easier when everything's tight, but
Yeah, we didn't do this.
just like that. You go around every inch. And I kept telling the guys too, because they kept saying, "Why don't we do this? Why don't we do that?" I'm like, you want the cable off the pole. You need that space.
Wait, did that just make like a little black ring? Is that what it did?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we use zip ties. We should have used that. That was much better.
Yep, the sun will break down the zip
Yep.
ties. I can't imagine. This is the way to go. And they make
So in every square you put one of those?
every square.
Okay.
Oh, we didn't do every square.
Oh yeah, every square.
I bet you could check this out from the Carolina Coops loaner library, Ingrid.
Oh. Yeah, we do have to tighten ours. So I might have to invest in that. I like
So
that.
this is the way to do it. And you want to go every square. Because again, the amount of tension we ended up putting on this net, which you're supposed to, is enormous. And that's kind of leading me up to after we did this entire netting job and then we went down the sides. Oh, which reminds me.
Tell me again why you skipped the first square. Because that adds a little bit of bulk there.
It does. It's just backup. Case one rips, and then if the other one rips, you have something just as a third layer instead of having to pull this in.
Yeah.
Because the idea is when it's all up, which hopefully maybe you'll be able to see them in the slides.
Yeah, well, we want to get
You know you did a good job when everything is square. So let's talk about this right now because there's another huge part of this.
There's a bunch of these.
There's two major parts of this story that we had to complete. This was the easy part, hanging the net. Running the cable and yada yada and going around and hog ring, and these guys were mad. You got to get the hog ringer. You have to do it parallel. You can't go like this. So if you go like that, the cable pushes against the hog ring and it won't come up. You got to go like this so there's no tension.
Is that what that's called?
Hog ringer?
Yeah. Or is this
that's
like
what
a
I
mat
call
name?
it.
Oh, okay.
No. I mean, no, that's what it was always called.
Okay.
Yeah.
But again, it's just, you want to try? Here. I know you want to try.
Yeah.
And you
I
use
do.
that big piece that and that.
Oh,
it's like
Yeah,
nice.
back in my day, we didn't have these nice little rubber things on it. Ours was just black.
That was pretty easy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so easy.
You can see the turnbuckle in here too.
Yep. Oh, well, there. Okay, so now here is where the art of bird netting comes in. It's one thing to go down straight lines and blah, blah, blah. It's working around the existing structures. And here is where I'm sure there's some pictures where we had to figure out how are we going to go around her chicken coop, how are we going to go around her goose house. Another area where I was just stressing because you know me, I'm big about the looks.
See, here's the goose house.
And okay, so that is the one I'm most happiest about. I think Ethan or Evan, I can't remember which one. I'm sure Ethan will chime in. One of them came up with this design. You know, we were bouncing around a couple other ideas and they said, let's just run the poles like this. And we went up and over and it just came out so beautifully because we have to run that cable. We have to have something to attach the cable to so the net has something attached to. So, but it's still got to look good. And that's what they came up with. Then we had to go around a hot water heater. It got a little funky in some areas. So again, the art is figuring out how to make it look good.
Yeah, the framing. I can see how it takes a lot of thought and planning to get that initial frame up. And like you said, 8 days of work. That is impressive.
Yeah, now here's where we also got lucky. She has her split rail fence, but it's kind of hard to tell with the pictures. She also had like 2-inch by 4-inch fencing, a wire fencing in. And we were able to take advantage of that. Oh, right here. We were able to take advantage of that top line of the fence, the hog ring too. So we didn't have to run a wire there.
Okay.
However, back in the old days when you did fencing, you actually ran a cable on the bottom and you would hog ring the chain link fence to it. They just don't do it anymore. That fence was going to be pulled up with the tension if we didn't do something about it. What do? Do you go in, you stake it down on the ground, hope the net doesn't pull the stake out?
What'd you do?
Well, okay. So I wanted to show you guys these because we get asked this a lot when it comes to if they're going to put in their predator apron by hand or whatever. These are just fence staples. And all we did, there's a good shot of it, it's just a regular fence staple. And this is what they're 1 1/4 hot dipped galvanized, absolutely critical. So that fence was cedar. If you're going in the pressure treated, you want to use hot dipped galvanized or stainless steel. These are hot dipped. And Ethan went around and nailed in that fence along one of the split rails, probably the middle one, so that we could put tension on it and it wouldn't pull the fence up at the bottom. Worked beautifully. That's all they are. It's just that simple. Oh, we're almost to the fun stuff. All right, so we're going around and netting, and I give these guys credit because they were kind of mad at first. They didn't know what was going on. They thought I was crazy, and I said, just trust me. Trust these lines. Take a look at the blue sky. Take a look at the picture on the right there with Evan. See how it's all starting to square up.
Yep.
You know you're doing it right when it all starts to square up, and that makes it look so beautiful. So the canopy part, the main canopy.
I couldn't resist.
I remember taking that photo of Ethan. I think I said, man, I'm really doing all the work around here. And that was Ethan's.
I was like, this does not look OSHA regulated.
Oh, great. Thanks for bringing that up. But look how straight the lines are starting to get. I mean, that is just so beautiful because you got to understand how much tension you got to, you're pulling this way, but you're also pulling down the line. And you got to trust that you get it perfect on each line or the lines are going to be off.
Did you also have I think you touched on that. You had the netting coming down to the split rail fence.
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Oh, yeah. So we did the canopy first, the ceiling. And when we got that done, I think it took us 2 days to get that done. And it was only because we ran out of daylight, and I think we got a late start one morning. They started doing what I call a ping test. And I can't wait for you guys to see this on video. You take it and you kind of ping it like a guitar string, and you can see the vibration, how tense, how tight, how taut that net is. My fear was, and I warned the customer, I said, worst case scenario, we might have to put a pole in your middle of your tree going up into the net that was in the middle of our chicken yard to support the net so it didn't sag. But knowing from doing bird netting in the past, we never need to do that, but that was because we had a solid building structure to work off of. We didn't have that. I did not know how much, if these poles were going to stand up. I did not know if they were going to lean forward and cause a lot of sag. It worked so good. Better than I could ever imagine.
So you didn't have to put any in the middle?
0. It is unbelievable.
Wow.
And what's the span?
60 foot, 70 foot.
Across the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 50 by 60 or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's big.
That is nice.
But it's the system's meant to be nice and tight,
Yeah.
but it's meant to go off of a building where you can really pull on it, not poles. And that's where I was scared. And I knew if it worked here, we can do this anywhere. And it worked beautifully. So, and here you I think you can see a shot of the canopy. Here's what happened. When you walked in there and you started focusing, oh yeah, look at this. So you start focusing on her chickens, the plants, the whatever, you forget it's there.
Is it up there?
Yeah.
I can't see it at all in that picture.
That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible? You completely forget it's there. That's how tight we got it. Because it's so tight, it disappears.
So you can see the little line towards the corner there, but in the photo, just probably light refraction. But yeah, it's pretty much invisible. These two pictures will show you that it's there, but you can't really see it.
Yeah, I see something, but it's I can't really tell what it is.
Yeah. Now we were able to go off of her, the walkways there and this and that to the beams. That was helpful, but it's that main area out there that we had to put in the poles, and you can see how level it is.
It's beautiful.
Oh, it just came out.
Yeah, I really can't even see the poles very well.
It's just amazing.
Those disappear too.
Exactly. That's why you use black. A lot of people think black is going to make it pop. It doesn't. They disappear.
Somebody had asked while you were going through all this if you could use, instead of using the vertical poles, if you could use trees, like not branches, but like the trunk of the tree.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Here's the thing. And actually, the first one we ever did at Carolina Coops, we did exactly that. And it's great to use the trees. You just use threaded eye screws going into the trees and run your cable. Trees aren't always in a perfect line. So when you start doing your net, you got to kind of start predicting when you got to go what we call off a line. If you got to, let's say, the tree kind of jogs in, you got to come in a line. Because at the end of the day, again, when the net's suspended, regardless if you're in the woods or you're doing something manually, the squares need to be square or it's going to look horrible.
Yeah, then you'll have wrinkles.
All right. So wait a minute. There's another major part of this story. Do we have pictures of it?
No.
Oh, so then we really had some fun.
I just have video.
If you remember something I said that I wanted to solve for this customer, I said, I want you to be able to walk in and not have to duck. Well, we did all that with our gate system. I guess maybe people have to wait and watch the video. But I think on the last show, we talked about this stuff.
Can you groan a little bit more?
Oh, dude, I'm getting old. I'm fat.
When you bend over.
Was it that bad? Here.
Yes. Okay.
Jeez. What is that?
Touch it. Bend it. fight it. I don't know.
It's a very rigid.
This is the
mesh.
1x1 welded mesh that is. God, it's got. I do need to figure out what
What
gauge.
is that? I was
it
going
is.
to say like a 6 gauge.
It's pretty thick, and that's what I
and vinyl
want.
coated.
Right, and here, and yeah, exactly, black vinyl coated.
It's got a feather on it and some hemp. It's just, the stuff that gets caught on our clothes.
So here you can see this is one of the
her
drops
mouth.
from her arches. I brought out the tube roller, and if you notice in her coops, her duck house, and even on her house, she has arches. It's just a very particular arch. I want to replicate that. I want to continue the arches. So I took the top rail, brought the tube roller out, and rolled in that perfect arch, and did some.
What's a tube roller?
It's
Is a bender? It bends these?
It bends it, yeah, but it's a
Okay.
roller. You have to roll it to get an arch. If you bend it, you can really cause it to kink. Oh,
Uh-huh.
actually, I thought I brought a piece in that I bent.
Is it to protect where her gates are? Is that what you're saying?
No, all right,
To
hold
make
on.
an arch that you can walk
I
under.
No, don't. Don't.
And
do
what's that over there?
I know
You-
you're going to do it. I
there's-
know what you're going to do. You're going to start clicking stuff. And...
There's another piece over there. What is that? Is that a washer? You brought something else in.
I'm gonna get to it. Hold on. Okay, there it is. So here's the picture, right there. So here you have a pole going up.
Okay,
You have the net coming over, coming down. You got to terminate on this rail, but then we had to take her existing gates, take more top rail, and make it so that you have a little tiny gap here, and you got to come up at an angle. And then we did the arch on both of them, so that we used that with the tube roller. And then here, probably wasn't in when this picture was taken, but this is where we put on the rigid fencing on top of her gates. Well, how do you do that? Well, look at that.
Another nice piece.
Yeah.
Oh, so with that's
This is
part
a
that becomes
black washer.
that becomes part of the gate then.
Yep. You
Oh,
take
okay.
a fender washer.
All right, gotcha now.
All right. You take a fender washer, and we took self-tapping screws, which are meant to go into metal, so you don't got to pre-drill it all. And again, you'll see it all in the video. I painted all these.
Oh, you did a great job.
Thank you. That's what I thought. Yep.
Oh, I couldn't tell at all. They
Yep.
look-
Painted them all. Painted all the screws. So again, it's just
Wow.
so much great detail to make it look really, really nice. And then you just screw it in, just like that. And then we had to go in and cut it.
Gotcha. That's okay. So I didn't realize that became part of the gate just to protect that area.
And it's nice it's so rigid.
Also in the video, Mackenzie thought this was hysterical. This saved the day. I'm just gonna say that. I'm like, who doesn't travel with her little pocket hand plane?
It's so cute.
That'll be in the video.
Do you want to see a video of it?
Oh yes, you got videos. I didn't know that.
Whoop.
There, look how square that is.
Here's another one.
Look at that. Look, I mean, dude, look, it turned out so well.
And then the last video.
Oh, we got another one. Oh, look at the gate. Look at the cable. Yes. Look at
Yeah.
that. See? Play that again, please. In slow motion.
Zoom and enhance.
Yeah, I
do
don't
that
know.
too.
That was really nice.
Can you start again, but pause it?
Good job.
Thank you. Pause. No, do it again. No. All right, do it again.
I don't know that I can. Can I pause?
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead. It's that third one. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even see that. There you go. Oh, see, now I see where you added to the fence there.
Yeah, so there's...
The gate, I mean.
Exactly. So that was a nightmare. You wouldn't believe how much goes into working off of other people's work. None of these posts were plumb. Nothing was the same. And here, us being us, we're so damn particular down to, the micro fraction. We made it work. We had to make some changes here and there, but we used her existing gates. We had to do some surgery on them, put this top portion on so when it closes, it's just absolutely perfect. We had to run this cable up and over. You can see a little bit of it right there because you got to attach the net. So when you close this, it's just a perfect system. We had to modify her existing gate latching hardware. Oh God, what a nightmare!
Well,
But
Carolina
we did it.
Coops does good work.
That's what I mean.
guys
It was just an
are-
amazing story. We had to go get snap ring pliers. I don't know how many snap ring pliers I own. Of course, I didn't have any with me. Had to remove one snap ring to flip a locking mechanism around, and
So people were asking about snow.
Yeah.
Obviously not snow in Alabama, but
Yeah.
I've gotten snow on my netting. It's not. I mean, we don't get a ton of snow. And then someone else had said something about the leaves.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So just like everything, there's a downside to it. Absolutely. And I warned the customer that you're going to want to go in when the leaves are falling. You go inside the aviary with a leaf blower. Just blow off all the leaves. You're going to want to stay on top of it. And we all know how well we do at that. So you'll forget that one time. Then all of a sudden you'll get a snowfall. You'll get freezing rain. I have a lot of faith in how strong this system is. But that is something you need to be aware of.
Okay.
I have grapevines growing all over mine, so we need a lot of work to be doing. But I think I'm going to get. I wrote down hog ring, so I think I'm going to get a hog ring and some turnbuckles.
Cool.
And kind of amend our.
I think I might do something like this for my pigeons.
Oh, so that was the other point I wanted to make. And this is why. So Ingrid, we got to get this
pigeons
all
in.
up on the website, so people start calling. And go, oh my gosh, I want the Carolina Coops bird aviary hawk block protection program team to come out and do whatever. For pigeons, quail, maybe cats, there's so many different reasons why having this bird netting job installed can help you out. And to end on, the biggest reason is this is actually, in my opinion, the most cost-effective way to protect such a large area from aerial predators. Oh.
So a solution to
hold on.
chicken
is
math,
this a red
right?
flag? Hold on.
Chicken
Disclaimer. Hold on. Big timeout before I get myself in trouble.
Yes.
That's right. I don't know if people are saying it already. When they're watching this later on, what about bears? What about raccoons? It's not meant for larger predators. This system is only meant for aerial predators. So let me be clear about that, which I would have said at the beginning.
Let's say daytime predators.
Well, if a dog really wanted to get in, they could. This is meant for aerial.
Well, you're assuming that there's like a perimeter fence, and this is the aviary that goes over. This is bird netting that goes over.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of assuming. I know assuming gets you in so much trouble on YouTube.
Or let's say that the typical application is you have a chicken coop and you run out of space, you have too many chickens, or you want them to have a safe place to go and at free range. So you make what we call usually a chicken yard. And there's usually a fence in your chicken yard.
Yep.
And this is a way to
go up and over.
Up and over for daytime aerial predators.
Exactly.
Right.
But we do know from Fallon that predators also look for the path of least resistance.
Right.
So if a raccoon or a possum is coming there and then all of a sudden there's this netting, it's not easy access, it will work as a deterrent.
Yes.
It's not foolproof, we know that.
Yeah.
But if you think about they're just lazy. They're just trying to find the easiest way to get in and out of something.
Yeah, I believe a customer of ours actually did something very similar to this. And she added a layer of protection for those larger predators.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the hot wire, the electric fence, or electric wire.
Yeah.
Oh, Prancy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what you should do. So again, I forgot.
We'll do that another show.
Yes.
I would like to know how to do that.
It's so easy. It is so easy. But again, there's a lot of detail. If you don't do the little things, you will not be able to run that wire, put tension on it, whatnot. That I can't emphasize it enough. I wish I would have said in the beginning. This is only for aerial predators.
We can put it in the show description or something.
I hope. Please do that, Ingrid. So how'd I do? Did I forget anything?
I love the visual aids here. These are
it really
awesome.
helped to figure out how, because I didn't know exactly how it went up, so I couldn't match slides to everything you did.
Yeah, no, you did great.
Yeah.
Again, folks, there's going to be a full video coming out. There was an enormous amount of footage, almost 2 weeks of footage. I know Paul will do an amazing job.
And was there a gap in footage?
But there's a lot of footage that was like 8 seconds, and then there was 22 seconds, and that it's like I'm actually glad I don't have to edit this.
If you are ever looking for a fun place to go visit on vacation, it's Southern Alabama. God, love it. If you don't want to go to Vegas, you go to Southern Alabama.
You have a winter home there.
It's not for everyone.
Would it be nice to have a winter home there?
You know what? And we were so well behaved. So well behaved.
I have a hard time believing that.
No, we were. Well, I can't speak for Ethan. That's a whole other story. That man will live forever.
So well behaved on the job site.
That's right. Yes. So hopefully that makes sense. Got through it a little after 1. That was awesome. I love doing this work. It is incredibly satisfying. The mood flipped so quickly once they started seeing the net go up. They went from, this sucks, I'm never going to do this again. It is a lot of work. Think about digging all those holes, drilling all those holes, burning up bits. You're up on a ladder. You're getting metal shards in your eye. You're cutting off.
Yeah.
But once I kept telling myself, dude, once you guys start putting this net in, it goes quick. You're going to thank yourself for all the little work you did. And the satisfaction is just absolutely incredible.
So, and how did Shelly like it?
Loved it. Her and her husband.
Yeah.
That's great.
They
And
were.
she's an interior designer or something,
Yes.
right?
She is.
So she's got an attention to detail.
Oh,
and,
very.
Yeah, I could tell that by her property.
Someone was asking about how much just one of those tall poles cost.
I don't remember. I don't recall, but you can call a local fencing company. Yeah, so again, if you're thinking about doing this yourself, it's very doable. I can just tell you, don't underestimate. It's an inch by inch job all the way around, vertically, horizontally, all the way around.
We got a lot of the fencing company from a local chain link company, and Bird Barrier is where you got these special tools.
Yeah, love Bird Barrier. You can go on to Bird. Oh, someone was asking if we could put links on. We'll put links on to all these tools. And why not?
And the net came from Bird Barrier.
Why not? We should be able to start offering this stuff right on our website with a link or whatever. I'm not sure if Bird Barrier has it. I've been dealing with Bird Barrier since I was 20 years old.
So that's where you got what?
The bird netting, just about everything but the fencing material.
Yep.
You can get everything from them. Their customer service is phenomenal.
They got a lot of good educational pieces on there too.
Great website. Yeah,
for those of us that like to read.
This show should have been brought from Bird Barrier. Now I think about it, they owe us.
Maybe we could do an affiliate link.
If they have that.
Yeah.
Or they
Again,
can
not
start it for
everything
us.
exists.
Right.
Yeah, they're out in California. Just good people out there. They shipped it within days. Everything was here. It actually sat here for a while because I had to wait for this stuff to come in. This is what took forever. Oh, it's actually these. We had to special order these.
I think it took forever for us to pick it up.
No,
pretty
no,
quick.
it finally came in. Then I had to get Ethan from the West Coast, who was out there for 6 months, driving all over the country. I knew he needed to be there on that job. But anyways, okay. Hope you guys loved that. Questions, thoughts. Please hire more road crews before you add more services.
Oh, and somebody said the women were talking too much.
We were interrupting too much.
So.
Yeah, if it wasn't for us, there wouldn't be a show.
Yeah,
Dude.
my feelings were a little hurt, but
who said that?
It was buy and sell.
Yeah. But we do interrupt because I ask questions that might be relevant to people that are listening, and it breaks up the show. Otherwise,
and if you're
going to
say too much, it's TOO. Okay, just saying. I mean, if you're going to insult people, at least have good spelling.
Thank you for the comment. Because I do.
Ingrid.
I want to
High
provide.
five.
I want to provide a show that is entertaining. It's not easy. Actually,
and it would be a lot harder if we weren't here.
I will never do it without you guys.
That'd be a monologue.
Yeah, I will never do it without you guys because this is a live show. You listen to any podcast, it's just a conversation.
I know, and the women are here to ask stupid questions.
No. Oh my God, that was not a What?
I'm just kidding. I mean, that's what he. I mean, really.
You think that's what buy and sell was trying to say?
Yes, I think so.
No.
Interrupt too much,
he or she, whoever is buy and sell, was just saying, let Matt. We were trying to hear everything he's saying, and I get it. But you guys are here, and I couldn't do the show without you.
I was asking questions as if I was going to do it.
Right.
Like I would want to know what this is tool called. What size is this? Where do you get this?
So Mike Trapp says I used UV proof zip ties. Let me know how that goes because I have also and.
Yeah,
maybe UV resistant. The sun just beats the hell out of everything.
Plan on maybe upgrading after a couple years.
Yeah,
or a few years, 5 years, whatever.
Definitely
to the hog ring.
All right, I love Bird Barrier's website. Their tagline is "Birds don't like us, but you will."
Yes, yeah,
so great.
So definitely appreciate all the comments. I didn't get a chance to read them coming through, so I'm gonna make Ingrid mad. Would the net work in snow? It does work with snow. You just don't want snow on it, which we're talking about, where an ice storm will stick to it. But if you install it correctly, I have a lot of faith in the strength of the system. But if you have a bunch of leaves on there and then you're up in, like, say, Buffalo and you get 8 foot of snow in one night, that gets, roofs cave in.
It seems like I saw when we were ordering this stuff, like the eye hooks and such had different grades or strengths.
Yes.
So you might want
yeah.
to beef up your equipment maybe in the north. I think we beefed up stuff.
You beef up your equipment based on how much tension you're going to put on it.
Oh, maybe that's the span then.
And I have to believe that the normal environmental conditions will come nowhere close to the tension it's already under, even though, yes, I get it's going to add to it. I get that.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes, you are right. There are bigger turnbuckles or smaller turnbuckles, and there is a rating for all that. That is a good point, especially on your corners.
Did you get all that, like the turnbuckles and stuff at the
everything
barrier?
Yep, everything.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I give people the right information on the show notes.
Yeah. And Bird Barrier actually also said, because they said they get these calls. Oh, I forgot another point. Don't let me forget the point. Hopefully I'll remember the point. They said they get these calls all the time, and they don't have a contractor who's willing to touch it. Speaking of not touching it, when we got there, the husband even said, he goes, Matt, we've called the pool companies that do the, like you see down south, keep the bugs out and whatnot, said they won't even touch it.
What?
This job.
Oh, yeah. I emailed as a customer to Bird Burial for their contractor referral, asking if they had somebody to do hawk exclusion, and they said no.
They do now. Yeah. So let's make sure we connect those dots.
I just tested them.
Yeah, because here's I don't know. If there's a will, there's a way. We can figure it out. And this is a type of work that you go in, you really don't know how you're going to pull it off. But there's one thing I've learned over the years, especially doing so much custom work, we'll eventually figure it out.
Now, would you ever use pressure-treated posts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
But I can see how that would look good in a backyard, whereas these, I understand in that particular instance, you wanted these, but you could use pressure treated.
I want it to look beautiful.
Right.
I think a good point that you made, if I may interrupt, is that I think a good point that you made, and this is something that we encountered as well, is that normally you have like a fence around there. Like we mistakenly started with a 4-foot fence, and then we ended up making an 8-foot fence on top. So it just was hard. And then you're dealing with things that you're trying to work to make this look as nice on work that isn't plumb or level, or you're kind of working off of other work that's already been done. So, kudos to you guys for making it look so nice, but also it's just, that's something that people are going to encounter when they are doing this. They're going to have to deal with like the uneven trees or the posts not going in. Like we have a post that's really close to our house that's kind of leaning. So there's just all sorts of things that can happen, but that's something that people have to be aware of.
And technically, the snow really should go through the net, right?
Yes, but it doesn't. Especially lake effect snow. If the net's kind of soft and saggy, it's going to grip easier.
I don't have much experience.
Southerners, you guys don't understand. There's different types of snow. There's
snow?
There's all kinds of different snow. And when you're a child, you learn real quick if it's worth going out or not. Sticky, fat snow is the best. Cold, ice cold, frigid, blowing, small snow, the worst. But shoveling, you love shoveling the cold, small stuff. That heavy stuff will kill your back. Okay, real quick.
Things I don't miss about New York.
Oh God, I don't miss it at all. Mackenzie had to go to New York. Wait a minute. There is an announcement to make. I think just to say it, and you guys will see it coming. All good things. We finally shut down the New York shop. They've been busy up there clearing that out. Everything's finally gonna be done. All here in North Carolina, and we had a knock on wood. An excellent run of 12 production employees. Usually I got to go through 12 employees to get one. I got 4 back to back to back to back. What's funny is they all came from fast food industries, and they all had the same complaint about the fast food industry. They're doing such a good job, and it fit in so perfectly. We got caught up on the schedule for production coops unbelievably quickly. Did I say that right? Very quick. Anyways.
And those are standard coops.
Yeah, standard production coops, right. But because of that, we now finally have coops on deck, click and buy. Well, no, not click and buy yet. We're going to be hopefully going to be able to click and buy a coop soon, like you can our accessories. But the point is, if people right now were looking to buy a coop that is a production coop, you're not waiting the weeks to months like we used to. Our goal, and I think we're finally going to achieve it, is it ships today. Yeah, everyone's scared about it. Hey, that's what we need to do. It's what we need to do. The other thing is, all right, so hold on. I want to get through some of these comments.
But I did get through the comments.
No, you didn't. I love that Mike Trapp was saying, or it was Fisher Matt Ryan. So yes, we were doing a bunch of social media stories and the banter and things like that when we were there. So I hope people appreciate watching the kind of the real life stuff because it's kind of hard.
Back to the behind the scenes are fun.
Yeah. All right. So what'd you do? You went all the way down.
Do we have anything else?
Well, yeah, the comments.
Okay. And just going back to shutting down the New York shop, of course, that's going to help the bottom line to consolidate everything and hopefully keep in checks, the price increases and things like that other companies do. We always try to keep those as minimal as possible.
Fisher Matt Ryan asks, is the road crew happy to get rid of Matt? That's a good question. They don't like when I'm there.
Really?
No, they don't like it. You know why? I never knew this. Well, it's financial reasons, I guess. Our customers are very gracious. A lot they get tipped, and they said, Matt, every time you're here, we don't get tipped. Okay, fine. I'll see you later. I'll go back to my office. The golden egg. Yes, we do need to go back and visit that. The world of hemp is incredible. It does keep getting better. We have had, it's an organic material. It's not always going to be exactly the same, but there's another major improvement made to the line from the manufacturer we're getting our hemp from, which is going to be a game changer. So I'm happy about that.
She also wanted to, Stormy said, I need to win a bigger coop run with an attached rabbit hutch, which reminds me, Matt.
Big, huge. We went and videoed called it the Bun Bun package, the Bun Bun coop. We took a Cali coop and turned it into what do you call it?
A rabbit hutch.
Well, I don't know why you call it Bun Bun. I just sounds like you're three, but a rabbit coop or a bunny coop.
What is it?
I've never had rabbits, but when I saw that coop, it was gorgeous.
There's a video and pictures coming out soon.
It was impressive. I mean, it had been used for several days, and I couldn't even find a rabbit dropping in it.
Yep.
That was what was so incredible. Not a poop smear or anything.
Nothing.
All of the wood was perfect.
Yes, because
how in the world?
It's proprietary, top secret. Same thing we do in the goat house.
Rabbits make very solid little pellets. It's
yeah,
not
but
like
they were
bird
rolling
poop.
through there was slats that were.
It's a system where you don't have to clean out your rabbit hutch.
And then dropping down into a deep litter. I mean, it was gorgeous.
And the rabbits loved it.
The woodwork.
We
was
used butcher
really,
block
really
oil.
Nice.
Wasn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
So just to let people know that you did a rabbit coop.
And that video
is it a rabbit coop? Folks, tell us, is it a rabbit coop? Is it a rabbit hutch? What is it? I don't like rabbit coop. Coop is for birds, right?
It was an exquisite rabbit hutch for sure.
Rabbit house.
Rabbit house. We need to work on that because we were so easily.
Hutch and run.
Evan did such an amazing job modifying our California coop to a rabbit hutch, a bunny hutch, where they took the egg hutch and called it the snuggle tunnel. Where they
were using that. The short amount of time I was there, they used all of the ladders, all of the tunnel. They were in the run. They were all over that place.
Yes,
they loved it.
And that's the thing about rabbits. Just like chickens, you don't want them to get bored. And you can get them outside. I know when I had rabbits.
Oh, and they were sitting in the sun, coming in the window.
And they got their little platform. Yeah, it turned out beautifully well. I'm so glad you brought that up. So that video will hopefully be coming out soon.
I think it's supposed to come out this weekend.
Nice.
I think Paul's working on it this weekend to do it on Saturday. So
so we have done rabbit coops, rabbit hutches in the past, but they're for breeding programs. This is the first time we did it for a pet or pets. There's two rabbits in there, and it just
was so cute. It really was.
That's so. When she said that, I thought I would.
Everyone's saying that you need to spend more time out in California.
Okay, I'd be happy to do that. I really do want to do
the comments
a road trip.
from 12:05, by the way.
Well, you know what, kid, I'm sorry. I was really focused on, and I just thank everyone so much for the engagement, the comments, the questions. And if you have any questions or comments at all, now's the time. Give it to us now. Let us know what you thought about this bird exclusion work.
If I was going to do this, I would definitely watch this show.
Not getting notifications anymore on Facebook. I think Facebook got mad at me. I'll be honest with you. They didn't like the tinfoil hat.
I did the
Facebook sucks.
I think I saw the
I did. I don't know. Facebook.
But I didn't get a notification either.
I believe
the
it.
scheduling
I
on
believe
Facebook,
Facebook throttles things. They absolutely do.
They probably know that I watch The Social Network.
They don't
or whatever
want
that show is.
Yeah,
that movie.
Yeah.
was really fascinating.
Wait, what movie?
There's a movie about Zuckerberg.
That's an old
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, it was an old movie. It was really good though.
It's an excellent movie. It was called
The Social
or whatever.
The Social Network.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
If there's anything you take from that is the moment in life you don't know what you have.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Just like with Apple in their garage.
Yeah, but you need to watch the other movie that talks about the whole how they get their information. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I think that was the next one.
Well, what's this other movie you
I
speak
forgot
of?
what it was called about Cambridge Analytics and stuff. And
I don't know.
Yeah,
I tell you, in
it
this
has
world,
a similar name, I think.
in this world of AI is getting crazy. Bruce says, and this is a good point, with locking nest box, broodies will go under lockdown. Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah.
I was joking about the automatic doors, but I guess it would work. The more I was thinking about it through the show, and you could take that one
Yeah.
and just unplug the door so it doesn't work.
I do. You have to be diligent about checking that because I have a few sleeping in the nest box all of a sudden. I don't know if it's cold or what.
It's usually bullying. I mean, Midge
It's
Midge
the
starts,
silky.
Yeah, Midge starts out on the roost bar 1st, and then everyone comes in and kicks her off, and she goes in the nest box. And then sometimes I'll come and put her back on the roost bar, and she'll just be like, nope,
Yeah.
and she
It's
jumps
the-
off.
For me, it's the silky and the Polish.
There you go.
Again, Wanda Williams is asking, how's it work with possums? I think that's raccoons. Again, it's not meant for it. Here's what I can tell you. If you do a bird netting job in the woods, there's a high probability you're going to see raccoons come down the tree, and they will chew through the net right there. And you can maybe come out with some metal wrapped to kind of act like a guard so they don't walk out onto the net. I don't know. I'm sure there's ways to prevent them from coming in, but again, that's one thing I've noticed with bird netting in the woods. The predators, it's easier for them to chew through it, but out in the open, like we did in at this last job, I don't think she'll have a problem at all.
No, and I mean, I have raccoons in my neighborhood. I've never had a raccoon go near my coop.
He brought the social media employee and made him quit. No, I didn't. Anyways, Brenda says she's on her way to Florida. Hopefully we're going to be in Florida soon.
Are you going?
We have a coop to do near Orlando.
We have a coop. Oh,
And
that's the
probably
other
one near
huge.
Miami.
Yeah, we do. Right around the corner. We are finally going to be able to ship and have the customer assemble. Stop it.
You have to trust me, or else I'm going to leave.
If I didn't trust you, you wouldn't be sitting there
Yeah,
right now.
and,
This brings up good stuff. Hold on.
Well, you have
Don't
to finish
leave.
your thought. Your thought was about the
I was going to
craftsman.
finish my thought, then Ingrid's like, oh, good, he's distracted. Let me try to scroll down.
We have the craftsman.
The
ready.
Craftsman Coop, full knockdown kit form. Evan, again, as always, knocked it out of the park. And these guys are about to... Oh, no, it's done. It's going in the paint. I'm in awe.
Yeah.
I am in awe.
So that is huge because the price of the craftsman increased quite a bit because our crew, you had to get turnkey service, which means our crew has to come out and you have to pay for the crew to be on site to finish the build.
Yep.
And now we have it in a form so that it can be shipped, and it does save a lot of money for you to
Tons of money. Almost half.
Yeah. So for you to be able to assemble it yourself on site. Yes, it's going to take some time, but it is a very impressive coop that includes storage.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you, I cannot say this enough, it's not for everyone. You can do it.
Yeah, just
But-
expect that it's going to be a work of art that's going to last a lifetime.
Yeah.
So expect that it's going to take a little time to put together.
Right. So I might go to Florida. I think for this one,
You
we're gonna
should.
do
It's
a
the right
video
time
of
of year.
assembling it. But Ethan wants to put it together by himself. I think he's nuts.
And the customer said that there's that fantastic lighted town. Right
I don't know. There's
nearby.
one on the news this morning. It says the best one's in Ohio, though.
Well, you should go to this one and check it out. Let us know. Send us
Yeah, someone
pictures.
says 12 feet in the air is not that much fun. It's not, especially on
Yeah.
uneven ground. Look at Ingrid's so mad. She's over there sulking in her phone.
I'm not. I'm.
Oh, she's probably sending me a text about you.
Someone else like to. Is that what you guys do? Someone else does like these scissors. Yeah, these were phenomenal
Yeah,
scissors.
can you before I leave today, I'm gonna take these scissors and
No, you're not.
put one of these stainless steel things on them. I need that in my kitchen.
Anxiously awaiting your catios. I know. Gosh, we got the catio. The
That's
goat.
why I said that maybe I should take over new products.
And do what?
Like Goat House, just make sure that we push those out. You know, it's
You mean
almost like
correctly?
Like, oh yeah, like we need somebody to take that and make sure that it gets out there with all of the correct
It does.
steps and
But it's
people
done
and
backwards
information.
is what I
Yeah.
hear. Like the Craftsman Coop. People can call now and pre-order it. If they want the Craftsman Coop in a kit and not have to pay for turnkey, not wait for turnkey, they can pre-order it now. There is no manual. There is no video. And there's no way in hell you're putting one of those together without that. But I got to figure out how to shortcut it. How much was just the material or just one of those tall poles? I know you asked. I don't remember. I don't recall. And it's going to be different everywhere. And, of course, when it comes to metal, what are you doing?
I can probably say like
No,
how
you
much
can't.
one
No,
pole
because
is.
listen, that's what gets us in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Someone's going to call a year from now. Well, Kristen said it only costs this much. No, please don't. We never talk about numbers on video.
Okay.
Thank you. We've had this talk.
Okay.
Okay, you're scaring me.
One of our listeners just texted me.
Of course. Metal changes with
Oh, it's a
oil.
water bar question.
Water bars. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there has been so much. We now have the heated bundle pack. Is that what we're calling it?
The winterizing bundle.
The winterizing bundle. So there's going to be another video coming out soon, troubleshooting your heated water systems. Folks, I cannot say this enough. If you have a heated water system, it might be even too late now, but if you haven't already, go through it. Make sure you got the right flow. Make sure it's clean. Oh, hold on. This is huge. Whoever is listening out in the office, please bring me the rain barrel. This is huge.
Really? It is huge.
Well, it says don't touch.
Can someone bring me the rain barrel from the blue room?
Yeah.
Please, to the
It
studio.
does have a sign on it that says don't touch.
Please bring me the rain barrel to the studio. Thank you. This is huge. Don't go anywhere. I can see so many people now going, oh my God, get rid of my rain barrel. I want that one now.
It's 1:30 and you have a 2:00. I'm just advising you as your producer that, to be mindful.
Thank you. And they're flying in. I love it.
Amber asked, what's up with the shirts? Click around and find out. I know Nicole's working on more shirts because I've been giving her.
This is going to be tough. Yeah, let's get the cluck around to find out. I think you are.
Wow.
These are look who it is. Of course.
Speak of the devil.
Oh, speak of you know what? This is the one time you might be able to excuse yourself.
All
if you don't
right.
mind.
All right.
Why? No. Come on in. Everyone needs to meet the Ethan, the legend, the expert delivery. Hold on, Ethan. Come on in here. Why? I'm telling you to.
Well, that is a nice rain barrel.
Come on.
Sorry.
Come on in here. You guys all need to meet Ethan. He is.
Over here in the associate assistant.
Ethan, come on in. Make your debut on Video Chicken Live. Don't worry. You don't got to worry about nothing. Just go ahead and talk into the microphone. Let's see. I'm curious if Ethan grab down here. Bring them. No, don't grab there. Grab there. Bring it right up to you like this. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You look good. You look like you've been working.
Yeah, I was.
Nice. Do you want to use the earbuds? Is that going to be kind of gross? Put those in your ears real quick. So we just got done talking about this wonderful bird job that I did 70% of the work at. I hope you did hear, and I appreciate you chiming in. You and Evan, I tell you, you guys were lifesavers. Bring it around. Get yourself comfortable real quick. Don't you worry. Yes, we got it 2:00. I just want to make sure you can hear me. Because Ethan, what you guys don't know is Ethan is not going to be able to do the work physically like he does now. I'm trying to warn him. We all get old. And one day it's going to hurt. You're going to wake up and you're like, oh God, plantar fascia, what? So we got to get you ready for, what happens as you get older is you get smarter because your body falls apart. And here's a great way to introduce your, who you are and all the selling you do. And this is, how much the customers love you when you go do the installs. Ethan just did a 5-month run?
4.5, 5 months.
4.5, 5 months run straight out on the West Coast. Did an amazing job. Can't thank you enough for that. What did you think about that bird job that we just did out in Alabama?
It was fun. It was.
Am I correct in saying you and Ethan, or you and Evan, God, I get you guys back.
All the time.
Oh, yeah, talking to the mic. So you guys hated it at first.
No, it was fun at first, and then those things, I don't throw them away. I don't ever want to see those again.
No, you got to go parallel, but you guys are going to love the pneumatic ones. If you got a small job, these work great. No.
I'll take those. I need those.
It was serious. It was.
There's some serious work.
Thousands and thousands.
What was your favorite part about that bird job?
Cutting the poles off because I didn't want you to do it.
Yeah, does this, put that in your hands. Just bring back some memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit lighter, though.
I sat every single pole.
Yeah. Yeah, you did a great job. There was one I had to show him how to cut it. But anyways, well, I can't thank you enough. I thought it was a lot of fun. Thank you for bringing the rain barrel. Have you seen this?
That's lovely.
I did notice something about it.
Okay.
It's got like a little hinge top there.
All right. So, guys, I'm going to show you something here. So let's step back real quick. If you got a heated water system, make sure you clean your de-icer. Make sure it's ready for the winter. Make sure your lines are cleared. Hold on. Make sure your lines are clear. Make sure your heater is working. We got a video coming out where I did a full troubleshooting steps on how to do that. So now's the time. Okay. But the rain barrel. All right. You ready for this? Here we have. Oh, where'd it go? We have a regular rain barrel. We absolutely love these. You want to help me lift up? There, boy. Okay. Food safe, high density polyethylene. This is a great way to collect rainwater. Just top it off with your hose. You got a hose bib down here that feeds your water bar system. But go ahead and let's bring it down.
Look how nice it's a nice detail to look like an old whiskey barrel.
Yeah, I don't like it though. I don't like the black rings, no. But it is to look like an old whiskey barrel.
Yeah.
You are correct. One of the things that we get asked all the time, Matt, how do I clean out my rain barrel? I'm like, well, you just clean it out. It's like doing dishes. But it hasn't been the easiest thing in the world because the only way to get down in there was this right here, right? Yeah. Well, Ethan, go ahead. Drum roll. Do we have a drum roll?
No, I have breaking news.
You have breaking news?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's breaking? What's going on?
That's the breaking news. But go ahead.
Go ahead. Check out this. Can you see it? Hold on. You ready? Do it.
Ta-da!
Look at that. Look at that. I bet you guys had no idea that lid comes off and you have full access now to this rain barrel. That is absolutely incredible.
That's huge.
Come on, be funny. Are you being camera shy? What do you think of this?
It's all right.
Are you tired? Are you having a bad day?
I actually was just having a bad day.
Oh, did you get the roof on the coop?
I didn't get the ridge cap on because it started raining. I didn't want to fall off again. But.
Yeah, again, yeah. Workman's comp is high enough. So I wanted to make sure I showed you guys this rain barrel. It might be worth, if you already have a rain barrel system and you're like, oh God, I hate cleaning it out. This might be worth swapping it out. Just give us a call.
Yeah, I don't have a link to those. I have a.
Well, I should disclaim. I don't know how many muskrats I'm getting from Mackenzie and Non right now. I don't know if these are ready yet. They will be ready.
Okay.
They sent us this to show us what's going to be coming out soon, or it is, is ready now. Can I get a verification on that from someone that's listening?
Yeah, I don't know. I know that I used.
Mr. Fahey is watching.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. Fahey?
Yeah.
Long time no see.
Yeah, he's become one of our super fans. Probably one of the best emails we ever got was from him. I want to say I even teared up after. Just what a great email. I don't know did we ever share that on the show? The email that we got from Mr. Fahey. Now, maybe he doesn't. It's just an amazing compliment. Because those are the things I always want people, if they're on the fence thinking about getting a chicken coop or whatever. A lot of times the customers don't get to see us until they have turnkey. And not every customer gets, maybe only 10% get turnkey. But the road crews just do an amazing job out there representing the company and making sure these customers are ecstatic. Isn't that right?
We do our best.
All right. Ding ding for Ingrid, if I may interrupt. What happened there? A ding ding for Ingrid?
Well,
the guy that said we were interrupting.
And then I said, if I may interrupt, Bruce was giving me.
Did they comment back? All right. And I know it's getting late.
Bunny Bungalow.
Bunny Bungalow.
That's kind of nice. I like alliteration. Oh.
Good job. Love it. Done. Love it. Thank you, Dan B.
Dan B, please email Ingrid at carolinacoops.com with your address and shirt size. You have won a t-shirt.
You have it is, isn't it?
The Bunny Bungalow.
Yeah.
I usually, for the chickens, I usually call them poultry palaces.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's not bad. The Bunny Bungalow. Because we have a bungalow coop and it bombed. I have failed so many times trying to make a cheap coop. It's a nightmare because there is no such thing as a cheap. No, remember the bungalow? Oh, God. We should do a, we're over our 10-year anniversary. History of Carolina Coops, all the coops we hold. Slow down.
Oh.
Hot wire to keep the raccoons out, yes. Question. Mr. Fahey has a question. Is it all right if we answer it?
Go ahead, it's your show.
I have a young chicken laying her eggs in the run. It isn't in any corners. Do you have any suggestions on how to get her to lay in the nest boxes? That's kind of weird that she's not laying in the corners. I wonder if she's getting picked on, and that's why she's not going in there.
I usually... Is this mic on?
Unmute mic 4.
There we go. If they're laying anywhere other than the nesting boxes, I definitely put some fake eggs, golf balls, whatever, in the nesting box to encourage her to lay there. There's probably eggs there anyhow. But if you collect eggs often, it helps to have something that you keep in there so she sees that it's a safe place. But more importantly, block that space. If she's laying in the same space day after day, block that space with something.
Oh my God. See, it's like they don't.
I'm sorry. I'm listening.
That was a good one. Thank you.
We get that all the time. Hold on. We're going to get to that. Hold on. Mosaic Home says they can build anything. I think he might be referring to assembling the homestead coop. I'm sorry, the craftsman coop without instructions. Anything's possible, yeah. If he's up for a challenge, maybe let's give it a try. Mike Trapp, you won yourself a shirt, buddy. Another one. Matt and young
he's not
Matt.
the only one.
All right, Mike, you know what to do.
Yeah, that's funny. No, this is not one of my children. I get that a lot. I didn't realize I've aged that much.
Who was that one guy that used to work here, the older guy?
I don't know. What?
No, not Bruce. He was before that.
I don't know. Anyways, that was
like,
funny, Mike.
Get the
Thanks.
when it happens, he's like, "That's your dad, right?" No, it's not.
What are you talking about, son?
Bruce says we can share the email on the website or.
Wait, what are we talking about now?
The email that he wrote.
Great email that he wrote to us.
Yeah, I think because I'm telling you, to take that time that he did, and a lot of customers do it. I don't want to take.
Nice. He was so kind.
I don't want to take anything away from our other customers. I love the handwritten letters, the cards, the gifts. There was just he really
the fresh baked cookies.
Right? There was just something really special about that email. So yeah, that would be great to share. Bruce, I can't thank you enough. And Ethan, I know you played a huge role in that because you had to go out and save the day again.
That was fun.
Yeah, we got to make you a superhero outfit. Dun, 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 dun. It'll be in purple and gold.
Oh no, because it can't be. It can be
skimpy?
purple, but just not purple and gold.
Skimpy. Hi from Florida. Always great to see your products evolving and improving. Dan B, yes, also thank you. Yeah, we're always looking to improve the products. There's a philosophy here, and that is we can always improve, no matter how ridiculous we might think it is, or that, I guess that's all I can say about that. Always improving. Yes, please do a show on electrified protection, wires or fences or whatever is out there. So, a fun fact, tell Skywalker I don't believe him. Who's Skywalker? Is that something I'm missing?
I don't know. I'm not.
We lost Ingrid at 1:35.
I'm not doing the comments, so I'm not sure what he's referring to.
We are going to do a video on doing electric. It's one of the things I love to do. I love putting in fencing. And there's different types of electric and kind of how to weigh the pros and cons between what kind of system you should put in. And it's not hard. It really is not that hard.
We also encourage anybody who has show ideas.
Yes.
So if you've got ideas.
I also have a video of Matt getting electrocuted by his electric fence in New York.
I want to see that. Please.
Yeah, I might pay to see that.
Okay, I'll send that to you.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You did a video in New York, and you were tossing scraps out to the birds, and all of a sudden you got the camera and you went, and you got hit by the electric fence, and then the camera went to the side, and then you started rolling again.
Probably tried it twice.
No, that's just you. No, I don't remember that, but I've been shocked. And boy, does it hurt. The worst one was out at Farrington. Boy, I got freaking nailed, and I'm telling you,
through your feet.
Dude, this one right through my chest, and that's what should kill you. And I don't know. Question: any update on nesting material? Yeah. Wait, that's done, right?
No,
that's ready to roll.
No,
the hell, it's not. Come on,
it's not.
You can buy nesting material right now.
All right, well then
it's in a tube. We decided we're not going to vacuum seal it because it looks like someone's dead cat inside it. So we're we're putting a tube in it. We're using a tube, not vacuuming it. It looks great, and we're stuffing it. And Nan said they're doing minimum 3 pound to 6 pound because it's about 1.5 pounds per nest box. Right, nest box.
Pounds.
Yeah, it's 1.65 pounds per nest box.
All right.
Seriously,
well,
you guys are not aware of this.
No, I'm not aware of it, and I would have to know what the packaging. Everybody knows the checklist of what I need to put something on the website.
How do you not? Yeah, so if you want nesting materials, just give us a call. People have been loving it. Well, there was one that didn't, or they didn't notice a difference. What was that about?
I don't know, but we had like 20 people at least that wanted to be guinea pigs that you promised, and we were supposed to give them just the nesting material.
And we did
plus
that.
Shipping. No, we didn't.
The hell?
We did it for like 3 people.
Yeah, that's who it was. Wait, but we did something on VCL.
You said, email Ingrid if you want to be a guinea
pig. Did they?
They did, but I never sent anything out because we didn't figure out how to pay for the shipping. They were going to pay for shipping.
Yeah, have the customer pay for shipping. We figured out how we're going to pack it.
Okay.
But they don't got to pay for the material. I'm fronting that as a thank you.
Right.
Merry Christmas.
I don't know how to have them pay for it, and I don't know what the shipping is.
Well, that's your job to figure that out. Well, no, Nicole figured out. Okay, the nesting material is available. God, it doesn't get any easier. You seen this, Ethan?
Have we thrown these out yet?
Throwing what up? I think it was you that was trying to cut your toenails on these or something like that, and you decided.
No,
it's 1:45. I'm just letting you know.
I know. Wasn't that fun when you had to cut these?
No, it wasn't.
All right. Well, I guess we can let's wrap it up. You guys have a wonderful.
No.
I want.
Welcome
that's
to
the
the
last
Pop and
one.
Son show.
I don't want.
Welcome to the what?
Pop and Son
Pop
show?
and Son show. Ingrid and I are going to
What's
step
up, Pops?
out. You guys can continue with the Pop and Son show.
Oh, you're calling me the pop?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I got to be the son, obviously.
Obviously.
All right, guys. Well, we're so happy to be back. And are we going to be around next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
What's the show next week?
I don't know.
Perfect.
Electric fencing.
That's my favorite kind of show.
It was amazing that I got this together.
Ethan with a super chicken shirt.
Yes.
All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week. Later.